All right, we're about to start a semi-final matchup. The winner of this will go to the gold. Sarah Burr and Martin Clarke out of Australia, squaring off against Asmi Sapra and Aditya Ruhela, who we just saw take down Daniel Moore and his partner Nunyad 15-4. Just off court, Rhino and his partner Mrs. Kingsley just lost. All right, looks like we're about ready. 0-0-2. She came over. That was the right ball to attack. She came over to get it and hit it straight down. But I will say that out of all the females here, Sarah Burr is probably the strongest female that we've seen at the tournament. She holds her own. Very aggressive, very calculated. I've watched her play a number of times, and she's quite the force. She's going to be able to handle Aditya's power, and she's going to dish it out too as well. And of course, Martin Clarke possesses a ton of power as well, which is why these guys are in the semifinals. They're a strong team. Right there is going to be the only thing is the forehands are in the middle, so that creates a little bit different dynamic than having the female on the right with her backhand in the middle. So this could get a little tricky. Again, I think they're going to have to work through this and figure it out because she's coming over and then Martin's looking like he wants to switch but then doesn't. He's kind of getting caught in the middle. So they got to work through that. So the power is good and bad. In that case, he punched the ball with some power and it went out. So at times it's going to bode well for them and other times it's going to hurt them. So we'll see how this ends up going. And early, Aditya's not in the rhythm that he was against Daniel Moore and Nunyad. All right, early it's a 2-0 lead. This is a game to 15. Nice leave there. Martin Clarke stepping in, hitting that cross court really well. That's the power that she has. And then, of course, the two-hander right there is unique. He's not used to seeing that. She whizzed that ball by him. He was expecting her to hit cross court, and she went behind him, which is why she's so dangerous because she's not afraid to hit behind him. Oh, that's a great drop. Aditya recognizing both of them were back at the baseline. Soft touch drop. Neither one of them had a chance at it. That was out. All right, so 2-1. I thought that ball was out, honestly. Yeah, I did. I honestly thought it was out. At first I thought it hit Asmi, but I don't think it did. That's too good. If Martin can get that forehand going, that forehand roll is very dangerous. And it's going to create a lot of problems for Aditya and Asmi. See, she can handle Aditya's power. Now, she didn't that second time because he got a better rip at it. But honestly, she could have let that second one go and it probably would have been out. But she can handle his power, so that's going to create a little bit different dynamic as where Daniel Moore and his partner Nunyad, she couldn't handle the power there. So should be interesting. And see, she's not afraid to go behind Aditya. It's great defense. That's really good from Aditya. As Sarah Burr fought off those attacks, initially had a couple good resets, but ultimately Aditya getting the best of it. This game's been fairly competitive on the points, but Aditya and Asmi are getting the best of him right now. And right now he's just playing singles. So what they have to do here, this is absolutely the game plan. They just have to figure this out, and hopefully it's not too late, but they've got to slow the ball way down. You have to slow it down and keep it soft in the kitchen, unattackable. When you leave these shots up, it's very tough. That's how you have to do it. You have to get to his backhand. It's great defense. Oh my goodness. He is playing some sick defense. Asmi as well. And there it is. There it is. He guessed wrong on that one. Martin Clarke put a dent in that Franklin X40, putting that ball away. But even so, he didn't even have to hit it that hard because Aditya guessed. See, I don't think they have the right game plan. I honestly don't. You got to slow it down. Now, that was the right shot by Aditya. He just missed that one. But again, I just don't think right now the game plan is where it should be for the Australian team, Burr and Clarke. We'll see if they can figure it out. It's a nice rip. Sometimes ripping is what works, but I'm just saying overall, in a general sense, to play Aditya, you have to slow it down. See, that's so predictable. This is what I'm talking about. Like, he's got to drop the ball cross court to Aditya's backhand and stop just targeting Asmi, because that's what he wants. She stays back. Look how she takes a step off the line, and she's staying back, and he's just going to play every ball he can, just like that. And that's not how you beat Aditya. You have to slow it down, get it to his backhand, and force him into some dinking. That's what he doesn't want to do. He wants to just rip. See how they're going to the forehand, and he's just teeing off. See? There it is. That's it. And then you got to just slow it down. Look, that's it essentially. Martin Clarke left it up just a little bit, and then Aditya took advantage. But do you understand that's what I'm saying to the people watching is to beat a guy that's so athletic, you almost have to hit to him, meaning get to his backside, to his backhand, slow the pace down, really get methodical in what you're doing and not just blitzing and running and gunning, because that's what he wants. And also, Asmi, it's planned this way. I've seen them all week. It's planned. When you team up with Aditya or Tejas, Mahajan, or any of the really athletic, fast people on the court, the women in the mix stay back and they let the guy do their thing. And to beat that, you have to be able to go behind him. Aditya's doing everything he can to speed the ball up. And there it is. So at least if you can hit down at his feet, you have a chance. So there's a good job from Clarke. Now, if you're going to be aggressive, you have to be able to beat Aditya to the point where you're trying to hit. So if you're going to do it, you have to be assertive and get it over there to a point quicker than what. See how they're just trying to go for the female, and that strategy doesn't work. You actually have to hit to him. So keep him on his side by hitting to him like that. That's how you do it. And now look. They've gained control, see? I'm just telling you, I've seen enough pickleball in the 5 years that I've been in this sport. Like, if you have a super athlete like Aditya who plays ultra fast and aggressive, you slow it down, you hit to him, and you don't give him there you go. That's it. She's finally figured it out. You have to make him dink, see? There you go. Now, I'm just saying, I've been watching this, and it took them from 8-2 or 2-8 to 6-8 because they've now slowed it down, and they figured out how to do it. You're still going to miss some, but now they're within 2, and I think they have a much better game plan at this point. And that's it. So if you're gonna hit to the female, you've got to put pace on it and get it over to the corner, to the sideline where she's at before Aditya can get his footwork in place. See how she just stays back? It's basically singles on a doubles court. There you go. So again, going to his backhand instead of trying to get over to the female on her forehand, you've got to get behind him, pull him out to the left, and then you can come back to Asmi or the female. It's a great return from Asmi. There it is. See, that's how you control him. That's how you contain him. You just keep the ball soft, dinking. That's an unbelievable play here. She's got to stay in there. She's bouncing around too much. Being active is great, but when they're attacking you, you have to stabilize your body and your paddle. And she was bouncing around like a kangaroo. No pun intended there. Or maybe pun intended, I'm not even sure. Clarke getting ready to serve. That is really good on the shake and bake from Clarke as he rips, and then his partner Sarah Burr comes in to clean up the mess. 7-9-2. See here, the third's got to go either they're aggressive or behind him. But Martin Clarke's got enough power in his forehand to beat Aditya to the point. So that's why that's working right now. That's a good drop. See, he can't attack if it's below the net. There it is. Excellent footwork from Aditya. Excellent footwork. He moves like an Indian ninja is what it basically boils down to. The guy's footwork is first class, world class footwork from Aditya. I've never quite seen somebody move like he does, especially on a mixed doubles court. We got a heck of a game here. That's just too good. Aditya's taking over the game right now. Late. They have to call a timeout at some point and slow things back down. If they get one more point, I would suggest using a timeout. You just do not want this game to get away. And that's a sick. Yeah, look, there's the timeout. I already knew it. That was like a dagger right there. That serve from Aditya was so good. Just so everybody realizes, that was a serve to the forehand of Sarah Burr, and somehow she still couldn't get it. She's a super talented, super athlete, so really amazing how he got that serve so fast in that little spot. And by the way, I've also seen him do that a bunch. Like last game against Daniel Moore, he hit that same spot over and over and over. So he's clearly been working hard off the tournament scene to perfect some of these serves and shots that he has. Very impressive. Even though I felt like Aditya and Asmi have controlled pretty much the whole game and have led the whole game, I feel like the game's still only 5 points out of reach for Burr and Clarke. This is not where they want to be, even though she got a good hold on that. So good from Aditya. I mean, he is in full-blown beast mode right now. That's unbelievable exchanges. Very fun for the viewers to watch. Not so fun for Burr and Clarke at the moment. They've got to slow it back down. They cannot continue to let him just do whatever he wants. It's really good.
Court
really good.
number 2.
Asmi
Rushali and
completely
Tejas versus Titiwala
okay with
and Nopajon.
Aditya doing whatever he wants. 14-8-2. Game point to go to the finals right now. That's what you got to do. Get it soft. And there it was. Aditya with a nice rip. Looking up at the camera. Little showman. Some gamesmanship. 15-8. You know what? The Australians gave it their best. They absolutely countered as much as possible, but at the end of the day, Aditya was on fire. Asmi finds herself in the finals with Aditya Ruhela. We'll be right back after this.